Right, okay guys, good morning. It is Tuesday the 25th of October 2022. As you can see, I'm right here outside Goodison Park, right by Dixie Dean, the Dixie Dean statue that always has these lovely memorials around it for people's loved ones. So yeah, why am I here today? So as you may or may not know, I cover the build of the new Everton Stadium at Bramley Moore Dock, as well as the new stand build at Anfield, the Anfield Road stand. And people, there's quite a few times, especially recently, I've had a few questions. I'm just moving out the sun, sorry. I've had a few people ask me, what are my thoughts about Everton leaving Goodison? I've even had somebody say, from a Blue point of view, it was a red glass, but he did say, he's not even having a go, to be fair, but he's just curious. He said, am I jealous that Everton couldn't have expanded their stadium and stayed at Goodison Park like Liverpool and Anfield had managed to? And then a lot of people, there's a lot of mixed views where people comment on my video saying about they're gutted about leaving Goodison. Some of these said just last week, in fact. You'll see before this, hopefully if you've watched my video that was released Wednesday, you'll have seen that the very first question somebody said there, he's still not sure about the location of the new Everton Stadium, Bramley Moore Dock. So what I wanted to do is get the drone up in the air today and have a look around Goodison Park, have a close look around Goodison Park, and I'll give you my thoughts on why it is important that we had to leave Goodison Park. Okay, so having a good look at it and just my view and opinion on it. Okay, so let's get up there and take a look. Let's go. Okay, so here we go. We're going right up outside, right by Dixie Dean, as you'll see, and we're looking straight at the park end right now, and the fan zone, which we will have a good look at. But let's just get right up in the air first. See, well, it looks nice today, doesn't it? So I'm going to get it right up to about 75-80 metres. There you go. Okay, I'm going to bring us back a little bit and scan up. And you know what? I could probably do with taking a little walk. So I'm going to have better signal when I fly around. So there we go. Like I say, we're looking directly at the park end there, with the Goodison sign. So yeah. So firstly, all these bits at the front, and if I look down, this is where the fan zone is on a match day. There in the car park, you can see with like the tarpaulin. That's where you get your beers. So yeah, if I go up again, so all this sort of stuff, and the Everton sign and the banners and that on the corners is relatively new. But first thing we need to think of, or I do, is that this stadium was built originally in 1892. Okay, so it's an extremely long time ago, isn't it? So it's obviously a dated stadium. So when you look at the likes of keeping up, you'd have to look at new places. Staying in a stadium that's so old, there's always going to be problems. It's 39,000 415,000 seaters, something like that. So again, when I mention the likes of keeping up, it has to be bigger. It has to be to generate more income on match days, and that for us. And we definitely could. There is a waiting list at the moment. I've been on the waiting list, season ticket waiting list for Everton now for 3 years. So there is a waiting list, which needs to improve. So yeah, we need more capacity, and we definitely wouldn't have a problem filling a bigger capacity too. So we need to. That's one thing we need to look at. So when we look at growth and people saying, are we, one of my thoughts about us moving, let's just have a look. So okay, outside the park end here, yeah, okay, there's room there.
there is room that they could make a bigger stand, right? But where do the fans go then? Okay, we've got the pubs and that down this road, and a few pubs around, but for the fans to gather in a fan zone is important, in my opinion. So that would deem, if they expanded there, that would deem that there's no space for fans anymore, other than inside the stadium. It would also mean that's really the only one. Let's move round to, as we move to the left here. This is the Bullens Road. Okay, so let's just get down to the Bullens Road. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm actually going to take a walk round the stadium as I talk. So I'm just going past Dixie Dean now. This is the Bullens Road stand here that I'm looking at, directly behind where the big Everton plaque is there. That's the Bullens Road. Now look at the space there. There is quite literally nothing that could be done there. There's not an option when you look at if I take you in to go right over the pitch. There's no option to kind of lower the pitch or anything like that, because you'll see the stands come right up to the pitch. So there's not an option. You look at the likes of Barcelona and others where their pitch is lowered, so they could build the stands bigger. But this, definitely not got that luxury. Goodison Park has it. If they did lower that pitch there, you'd have the people sitting on the row A, the bottom, would be looking down, looking over a wall down into the pitch. So, and it's just not possible. So we go back over here and look at all these properties. So could Everton have bought up some properties in and around Bullens Road? Well, listen, no, not really. That's people's homes, for a start, and people are not going to just sell their homes, but it's also, they'd have to buy a lot and do a lot of works regarding the Bullens Road. Let's just circle around and have a look from just a bit of a different angle. One thing I do like is all the history and that we've got along the side. This goes all around the stadium. So if I turn you on my Osmo to have a look now, what the Osmo can see, this is the away end here, the Bullens Road end. So the away fans sit there, where we are now. So but yeah, back to it. I mean, if I look down, there's just a road, isn't there, and properties, and even a school. That's a school. So expansion of the Bullens Road end, no, not just not plausible at all. Not a plausible idea. Couldn't even consider it. Let's go, as we go to the right here. We're approaching the Gladys Street, the old famous Gladys Street stand, Gladys Road, Gladys Street, sorry. And it's the same, exactly the same. They can't build that stand any bigger. They couldn't come up, look at expanding up over houses or towards houses, because that's going to block people's light. And just look how close the road is. I don't want to try and not get people's properties in here. I'm doing nothing wrong flying here, by the way, guys. Totally okay to fly here, using my Mini Free, but I just don't like getting people's properties in if I can help it. So yeah, looking down, that's the Gladys Street. That's also as big as it can possibly get. There's nothing that can be done there to expand that Gladys Street, and it's exactly the same as the Bullens Road. The the Bullens Road end. Houses, a lot, big full row of houses. Can't expand to block people's light. It's just a no-go at all. It's 100% as big as it could possibly be. The Gladys Street end. We've also got the church there, which I believe was an issue anyway when they wanted to expand, because one, you can't demolish a church just to build a football stadium. Really, there's just something morally wrong with that, isn't there? Don't get me wrong, I'm not like a big on religion or anything like that, but even I know, there's something morally wrong with demolishing a church to build a football stadium. And I think there'd be uproar about it. I don't think Everton would want to do it either. So then, and that also, the church goes on to obviously the main stand here. So the main stand, if I move into the right onto Goodison Road, this is where I'm just approaching that church on the corner, by the way. In fact, if I zoom down, you might see me walking just where that car's parking and beeping right next to me. Made me jump there. There I am there walking by the church. So zoom back out. And as we look at Goodison Road, I mean, look, it's even closer. Goodison Road, since they built that, since they expanded the main stand, Goodison Road's even closer than the rest. I say I don't like going over people's houses, but here we go. I'll try and just pan up to keep them out of it. Looks good with all the kind of stats and murals on the wall, doesn't it? But yeah, as I say, God, that sun has given us some glare there. Tell you what, while we're looking at the main stand, I'll go up and round up to there to just check it out. But if we look how close, once again, look at the houses on Goodison Road, how close they are to that main stand. Not an option at all to build any higher on that main stand either on Goodison Road. So am I sad, upset that Everton will be leaving Goodison? Yeah, of course. It's the end of a massive era for so many fans. People started coming with their dads, granddads, and also there's obviously so much history and memories that people will have of Goodison. But in my opinion, the way I feel about it is you have to move with the times and the way things are. The old lady here, Goodison Park, has been a fantastic home for Everton. Like I say, bringing up so many memories for millions and millions of people, and players, not just fans, players and that, and even opposition that come here. But my opinion, you have to move with the times. We cannot do anything to develop Goodison Park at all. It's obviously a shame that it will be demolished. The demolition's planned to start, I believe, 2024, once obviously Bramley Moore Dock, the Everton Stayed at Bramley Moore Dock, is complete. But moving with the times is the best thing. You have to go onwards and upwards, and we have to make that move, in my opinion, to a better state-of-the-art stadium. We've been here for long enough, and it's been, like I say, it's been fantastic. But it's time to move, and we cannot. If we could do anything with Goodison, if there was loads of space around it, and they could have done something with it, then maybe. Sorry, the other thing I did want to touch on is, as we all know, I'm trying to zoom in there to the Bullens Road. Look at on every section there's pillars. I was supposed to do this going round, so as I move round to the Gladys Street as well, you can see pillars in there. I'll tell you what, let me move round to see the main stand. That is one thing I was actually meant to bring up doing my walk round was the pillars. You'll have seen, or hopefully if you watch, sorry, I'm zoomed right in as well for that. See the pillars, even where it says EFC there on the Gladys Street. I was supposed to say this, yeah, walking around, and if you watch my videos when I attend the matches and all the different seats and stands that I go to, I'm always obstructed in some way or other. Look there, main stand, that's obviously the newest one as well. Actually I don't think it is, I think the Park End's the newest one, sorry. Blues, but there's, pillars there. There's also, if you sit in the corner of the main, you can, if you're right in the corner, you can't see the goal. It has got issues, but do you know what? I love the place. Absolutely love the place. There's nothing better than coming here, and I've got amazing memories of coming with my dad, and then me and my son come all the time now. But it's time to enjoy it. It's time to move, in my opinion. We couldn't do anything to expand Goodison. It's time to move on, and yeah. To answer the questions that keep being asked, am I sad about leaving Goodison? Yeah, of course, I think everybody will be, but I'm also really pleased that we're getting a new stadium, a brand new state-of-the-art stadium down at Bramley Moore Dock. Am I jealous that we couldn't expand Goodison? There's a bit of me that will say, yeah, I'm a little bit jealous that we couldn't just simply, build out, expand, take away all the pillars, make it into a state-of-the-art stadium. But I think the best option is to move, because ultimately we couldn't expand. So whether or not I'm sad about that, it's not going to change the fact that we just couldn't expand it. So yeah, I'm gonna finish off there, guys. Bring the drone down and take a snap and finish off there. Right, okay, guys. So as I leave the Dixie Dean statue there, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. So as I said at the beginning and throughout the video, excuse me, runny nose, it's getting cold. As I said throughout the video and at the beginning, a lot of people have said recently about what are my thoughts on Everton leaving Goodison. Some people have said they're not sure on the location of the new stadium at Bramley Moore Dock, and then I'd had some fans saying, am I jealous that Everton could not do the same as Liverpool and expand the stadium? So I wanted to just address those issues and have a good look around Goodison Park to give you my opinion on it and my thoughts, but also to show you why that's my thoughts. There is, we looked at the park end, there's got the car park and where the fan zone is and that, but could they do something with that? Okay, you have one massive park end stand and three smaller ones. Okay, the main stand's not exactly tiny, but it's dated, and it's got obstructive views, which is a killer. I'll be honest, it is annoying. I'm not putting Goodison down. I love Goodison Park. I love it. I love going. Honestly, when that match day comes and I'm going over to Goodison, it's just, it doesn't matter who you're playing as well. It's just get, you wake up excited, wanting to go to Goodison Park and enjoy the game. But it's, in my opinion, there's nothing we could have done with Goodison Park. They've done everything they can to maximise capacity and everything as it is now. And it's time to move. As I said at the beginning, it was originally built in 1892. Yes, of course, there's been some bits and bobs done to it and expansions done, but 1892 is still it's a very, very old stadium, the foundations and everything, so, and there's houses and everything so close to it that that you just can't do anything with it unless they were to simply buy up an entire area around it, and it's not plausible at all. You just can't do that. You're not talking about just buying land, you're talking about buying people's properties and asking people to move their life so a football club can build a bigger stadium. Not an option. So yeah, that was my thoughts and opinion on Everton leaving Goodison Park. My thoughts on whether I'm happy about it. The conclusion is that yes, I am, because it's necessary. And am I jealous we couldn't expand it? A little bit of me is. I can't lie about that. It would have been great to be able to just stay at Goodison Park and have it expanded to a 51,000 seater, have all the obstructive views taken out, have everything in it regenerated to a state-of-the-art stadium, but it can't happen. It's not possible. So I am very, very excited for Everton to move to Bramley Moore Dock. Can't wait for it to be complete. I'll be very sad when we have our last day here, but very excited to have our first day at the new stadium at Bramley Moore Dock. So guys, I hope that covered it for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, subscribe. Please subscribe, guys. Means a lot. Please let me have your comments. I'd love to know other people's views. Just tripped over. I'd love to know other people's views, whether you be a Blue or not. Other fans, obviously, more than welcome. Blues that have been attending this for decades, Blues that have only just started attending this. Let me have your comments and thoughts, please. Obviously, I'd love to know what your thoughts are and opinions are on this and Bramley Moore Dock. And like I say, any other fans, visiting fans, if you've come to it, what are your thoughts on it? Yeah, but other than that, guys, like I say, please like, share, subscribe. Please let me have your comments, and if you'd like to buy me a beer, you can do so using this link. Only if you'd like to, no pressure at all, okay? Take care, everyone. Bye now.